Hello, welcome to this session. My name is Enigma Del Amor. I've made some brand new language flashcard decks for communicating with mystery. So I'm super excited to give these a go. And I felt, since I'm going to be doing this anyway, why not include whoever wants to be here? So I'm just making the intention that this session finds anyone who it serves in the most beneficial and loving way. So, without further ado, what on earth was that accent? So, without further ado, let's begin. Just in case it's not clear what I'm doing, these function like tarot cards, except there are words on them instead of pictures, and the words that are on them are like different aspects of life, different things that I communicate with mystery. It's basically language that I feel is beneficial for seeing what's important and for clarity. So, what comes out? So it's for communicating with the enigma, because it's been emerging to me for a long time and it's becoming increasingly clear recently. The existence of the enigma, the mystery, or differently said, that the nature of existence itself and of reality is mystery. So we have this card now, the third law of the universe. Inner is outer. I've renamed the laws with a version of the name that I understand and like, so I call this one inner outer. It's that the inside is the outside. As above, so below, as within, so without. So, what is the potential trap that we may be seeing? What is the reason for the trap card? So we have immersion. This is an invitation into deeper immersion with the moment, because the trap can be the distraction with, or a preoccupation with, trying to get somewhere. It can even be subconscious and subtle. It's a sensation of being sort of withdrawn and in a hurry and sort of here. I call it glossing over and rushing. So let's invite immersion. Let's take some deep breaths. Breathing now. How you breathe. Just in and out in your own way. Inviting deeper immersion. Feeling the body. More deeply engaging with the senses. Sound. Sight. Feeling the ground beneath you. So deeper immersion into this moment. This is the moment, this here and now moment. And the trap is to try to get someplace else. And it's very cliche. Be in the moment. There is no future. There is no past. They are all arising within the present. The trap is to dismiss wisdom, even if it sounds cliche. Like there really is here and now. And a theory that I have as to why we avoid the present moment is because the deeper into the present moment we go, in essence, the more we are confronted by mystery, by the enigma, by pure experiencing, by discovering ourselves to be something different than what we believed ourselves to be, than the idea we had of ourselves. So I invite you to notice who is hearing me and what is happening with the information as I am sharing it with you. What is happening when the information is entering your field? Are there meanings, interpretations, reactions, and so on happening? And it's important to make a differentiation between what's being shared and what's being perceived on the inside. It's wonderful to have this awareness of, okay, this information reached me and I noticed it triggered this and now I'm thinking this. And sometimes even maybe accusing the other person of having said this internally or having done this. So becoming aware of is the law of relativity, like the information in and of itself, neutral, being offered, and then what we do with it, relatively speaking, the way we relate with it, is very important to be aware of. Go, we're on a roll. So, gratitude. So, I'd like to make sure that I am referring to the cards more. That is an intention that I have for this session. I do love my freestyling, and let's invite more receiving of information. So movement is upside down in relation to gratitude. Why? Not seeing the big picture. Okay, so big picture. Trust and manipulation. Okay, so we can have different relationships to gratitude because there is a way in which gratitude can be used that's manipulative. For example, be grateful and eat your food because there are starving children in Africa. This is an example of manipulative relationship with gratitude. And then there is gratitude itself, which is to be thankful. And that's gratitude itself. So why is it important for us to receive this information right now? Trust and flow. Okay, so I mentioned this attitude of withdrawal, this having one foot in and one foot out, this glossing over, this rushing. How does this relate with gratitude and flow? Interesting, I've made 2 cards with the word flow, and they've both come out. Okay, so this withdrawn energy is about something being wrong with the moment. Something should be that isn't, or something shouldn't be that is. So noticing this vibration in the field, which is wrong. Just noticing it. And so this activation of wrong in the field, relating to gratitude through that vibration, is going to cause some distortions. There is no obligation to be grateful. In my experience, it's something that arises naturally out of harmonious relationship. So needs and health we have here. So it's very common to have resistance to our needs. Again, because of ways of relating to our needs that we in essence mirrored from other people through socialization when we were children. So the invitation in this moment is to enter into the energy of the student, myself included. So let's play a game and take everything that's happened so far and sort of collapse it. Shaking the Etch-a-Sketch. Leaning into this sense of disorientation, confusion, and not knowing. Exposing ourselves to mystery. To have a relationship with mystery is necessary to be willing to experience the sensation of not knowing, the sensation of destabilization and uncertainty and the loss of control. Which again, let's be aware of how that could be interpreted. In that I am more so talking about trust than anything negative. I'm talking about exercising, trusting that feeling. Trusting ourselves to experience that feeling and see what happens. As well as giving our authentic input that's beautiful. There is nothing wrong with control. It's important that it's not the absolute only authority. So, where are we going now? It's okay to feel exactly as we feel. Let's investigate. Investigate what? And observe life. Okay. Investigate and observe life. What about it? That it's a dream, a vibrational dream. Money is upside down. Touch. Why is money upside down and touch? Polarity. Okay, unknown. It's okay to feel confused and to emphasize the importance of soothing. Language has the power to soothe the energy in the field. It's okay to feel exactly as you feel. It's okay. It's okay to be and to experience. Mystery does not resolve into endedness, and that is confronting, and it's okay. Be aware of what different parts of us might do with that experience, might make it mean, might make definitions about it. The invitation in this moment is to observe without adding a definition, to practice being present, observing, experiencing, witnessing, receiving. Receiving information, yes, potentially. Looking to see what is there. looking to see what happens is different than projecting about what happens and saying that you're watching. Saying that you're listening is not listening. Saying that you're seeing is not seeing. So let's see. Inner is outer. Everything is one. Enigma. Breathe. If you want to. It's an invitation. Breathe now. So, it's a moment to study health. The health of what? Okay. So, the health of, and then what comes is lack, withdrawal, presence, awareness, being. And then we had money come out before, and I didn't really understand why. And this is the first time that I can make a connection between those. So let's focus on money. I would like to get some confirmation because I did not get that directly from the card. So it says flow. Okay, so focus on money. Gratitude. And beliefs. Is there a financial block? Why is sensing upside down? What does upside down cards mean? Okay. There is a wound about responsibility. That is what's active in the relationship with money. And now that this has come out, this is giving me words for something I've been feeling. Because I've been looking at, like, what is earning money? Like, doing something to earn something. What is that? And feeling called to disengage with that behavior, and then finding this wound of, like, I am irresponsible. And so, because it's not disengaging from relating with money and abundance and doing what I feel I need to do in this life. I don't want to stop doing that. I'm looking at the way I'm relating with the things I'm doing and the money, and it could be through morality, because if I do XYZ to earn money in a so-called certain way, then I'm a good girl, you know, like I'm a good boy, whatever, a good person. I am connecting with another kind of authority, lucid in this moment, about responsibility. What is the responsibility? The responsibility, the neutral word responsibility, has nothing to do with being good and bad. Responsibility is the ability to respond to the needs of the moment, to follow the authentic calling of your soul, to take care of your alignment. That's the authority, not earning money. Relaxation into who you are. And what are the priorities? Community is a priority. Is that more or less important than earning money in most people's lives? An invitation to look at the meanings and interpretations and understandings happening in this moment, and a reminder that the information is neutral. The law of relativity. Meaning is what we give it. Meaning is assigned by us. So having compassion for whatever is moving in this moment. Compassion for you, all parts of you. Compassion for me, all parts of me. We're here together exploring. No one is making anyone wrong. Enigma Del Amor. That's me. That's my name. So, outcome. Power. Interesting. Authenticity. Okay, so it's amazing to flow and then to notice if an attachment to outcome is present, and then to allow a moment of centering, of reorientation. It's powerful. It's a deeper connection with authenticity that is refreshed in the moment. It's not a dismissal of what was happening. It's not a dismissal of the mind or anything like this. It is a bath in presence. It's a redistribution of energy. It's a reference to the mystery, the larger aspect of ourselves. It's a receptivity to new information. It's developing a capacity for more attuned responsiveness. This is fun. Does your body need anything? Just an invitation to tend to that. Wanting is okay. Some soothing for the field. And it's okay to feel, it's envy when we feel we want something we cannot have. It's okay to feel envy. That is, thank you for the words to describe something that I've been feeling. It's okay to feel envious. Notice if there is a meaning about that. An accusation or something like this. It's a feeling. So, relationship here. Immersion. Breathing. Play. Let's play. Ooh. So internal. Everything. All is one. Inner, outer. Just mentioning now the unspeakable one. What is that? What is she talking about? The unspeakable one. Experiencing that directly, perhaps. So taking a look at the big picture of everything going on here and having a play about describing it. So, a possibility, the unspeakable one. Is exploring through vibration and differentiation different aspects of itself. Potentially to discover more about its nature and to have the experience of that. The vibrational nature of existence, forming dimensions, to speak about this universe, dimensions, and individualized, concentrated points of focus to represent individual beings, you, me, playing as each other in relation to that one and each other. So, noticing if there is an identification with the 3D, with the physically manifested, and just inviting direct experience of adding more, realizing more, recognizing more. So, physical 3D world and thoughts and sensations, emotions, feeling, energy, vibration, seeing, merging, sensing, being, experiencing, awareness, consciousness, love. Presence, mystery. Experiencing this universe and also residing beyond it. Is that there is a dual thing happening, this contextual experience we're having. There's a creation of all that is, to self-discover and in and of itself to live. And then the other polarity, that which exists beyond all of this. That is relating to this and through this, however also relationship arises within it, implying non-relationship, noticing the duality of language, and recognizing the unspeakable one. So, when connecting entheogenically with reality, it's very normal for thoughts, feelings, ideas, emotions, perceptions, traumas to activate. So I want to take a moment to honor whatever process is happening inside each one of us, and to offer some soothing energy of it's okay, whatever is happening. We always have available the grounding of our body, the simplicity of our presence. I invite the conscious developing of a pattern to return to these anchors, to presence and to grounding. And to observe what is happening, and to play with language in a soothing way. Self-soothing is something that not all of us have learned. And it is through exposure to language that we need that we're able to understand more about what is happening and engage with language as a medicine. There is a somatic dimension to what is happening, as well as, of course, a physical one. There are lots of dimensions to what's happening. So let's go from, in essence, the bottom. There is the physical dimension. Then there is the mental dimension. Then there is the somatic and emotional dimension. And then there are more subtle dimensions. And what can happen is the mental dimension and the somatic and emotional dimensions can be interacting, and also the physical, like these lower dimensions, not lower in a negative way, these lower dimensions can all be interacting in a traumatized way, in a way where the language is unconscious and it's experienced as a trap, as a prison, as an identification, as a very solid, dense experience. In essence, that is what suffering is. And I find that to be able to describe what's happening and to describe other possibilities and to practice language in a soothing, conscious, and loving way is a divinely valuable and sacred medicine, language. Because everything is vibration and energy. And has a consciousness. Even unconsciousness is made of consciousness. And with that logic, words are in essence alive. So how we relate with words, with language, is very important. This time-space reality responds to our vibration. through the law of mirroring, the law of attraction, and the frequencies that we vibrate are influencing the outer, so to speak. So presence, awareness of vibration, and the conscious offering of language to ourselves and each other is incredibly important for the way that things unfold. And the conscious influencing of language is important. The conscious, authentic authority using the language. I'm not sure I can talk with this mint in my mouth. It's bigger than I anticipated. If there is only language effectively bouncing off of other language with no space, awareness, love, and connection to mystery and oneness and the unspeakable one, then this also has to do with an identification with what's physically manifested. This is when we can perceive ourselves to be that one who is speaking. Like I'm in essence just reactive to what happens, and the course of events are determinate. Don't have any power in that scenario. This is why we need the connection to ourselves, to presence, and everything I described. And to make this step one, and then to refer to language, because there is nothing wrong with thinking or language or mind or anything. It's about doing from a conscious place, and even thinking is a doing. Thoughts, words, and actions create the physical reality. Vibration, thoughts, feelings, emotions, words, and actions are what direct physical manifestation, as well as a mysterious component that I'm not even going to bother trying to describe or understand in this moment. Because my point is, we are actually the facilitator of our energetic field. And if we don't believe that, because we believe ourselves to be a separate person who is only physical and anything we might believe about the world, then we feel ourselves to be at the mercy of it. We cannot trust from that place. We cannot love others. We cannot love ourselves. So with presence and love comes the possibility of a conscious relationship with the experience that we're having. This is not a passive experience. This is an experience where we're either passive and at the mercy of it. This is what it's experienced like, or we are in our power and taking responsibility, like engaging in a conscious relationship with what's happening. sharing our authenticity, holding our frequency, focusing, expressing ourselves, and influencing. This is the game. And so I'm going to finish with also this recognition of the importance of other human beings to the human being. Other people may have presence and language that we need. We may have presence and language that other people need. We have relational needs that are important. Community and tribe is vitally important. And so is our connection to ourself, is both, is inner, outer. One does not negate the other, and is delicate finding the sweet spot, which is interdependence. Alignment with all of existence. So, Mystery, is there anything else that we want to say to ourselves and whoever who is also ourselves and each other simultaneously? Is to emphasize relativity in the practice of conscious relationship with the energy that is happening in the moment inside ourselves, in the field, the energetic field, and with each other. Taking care of this is the priority. Supporting what's best for everyone. Together. So let's breathe and just land and just allow whatever is happening to be as it is. Breathing. Sensing energy, vibration, subtleties, stillness. Thank you so much for being here and for being a match to this, for opening yourself and for coming along for the ride. If you value my work, if it supports you, I gratefully invite you to make a financial exchange with me via PayPal. I receive financial blessings from those who feel called to give them, and there is no obligation also. It's an invitation. I have also another invitation, which is to invite you to explore my YouTube community posts feed, where I share some written aspects of my work. I created a pretty amazing text called "Put Your Seatbelts On for This One" or something, so if you'd like to go check that out, it's describing how to understand a little better and relate with the laws of the universe. Specifically, it's quite focused on the law of vibration and attraction. So if that calls to you, there's a piece of text that might have something in it that you want or need or value. So that's there. And last but not least, my magical eBay shop is home to my handmade spell jars and some lovely items that I cherish and also no longer need, so I want to support them to find their next home if someone else is going to treasure those in their next life. So that's all for announcements. Take care of yourself in the best way that you can. It's okay. Namaste.